Hail to the victors, baby! Hey, what up, Jolt? So today I want to talk about what do we do when things get difficult? Like when the Michigan football season got difficult, they went and won a national championship, baby! So kind of the question when things get hard, when things get difficult, do we grow or do we give up? So a long time ago in the Old Testament, which is a part of the Bible that's before Jesus, there was this woman and she really wanted to have a child, but she couldn't. She hadn't had a baby yet. It was really a big deal. So she asked God, please let me have a child. And she said, if you'll let me have a child, I will give him over to your service. Whatever that means. So lo and behold, she has a kid, and once that kid is old enough, she takes him to the tabernacle, to the temple, and she gives him to a priest, and she says, here, like, he's yours now. I mean, she was still his mom. She still saw him all of the time, but he lived at the temple to kind of prepare himself to, be a prophet or a priest or something. So one night while Samuel, he's probably 12 years old, he's sleeping and he hears someone say, hey, Samuel. So Samuel wakes up, he goes into the room of Eli, the priest. He's like, hey, what's up? And Eli's like, oh, dude, wasn't me, go back to bed. So this happens like 3 different times. Finally, Eli, the priest, is like, dude, leave me alone, I'm trying to sleep. He's like, you know what, Samuel, if this happens again, just say, yes, Lord. So, sure enough, Samuel goes back to sleep and he hears, Samuel. And Samuel's like, oh wait, yes, Lord? And then God talks to Samuel. Like, this is nutso. Like, he actually heard the voice of God. I don't know what the voice of God sounds like. I kind of make it up, and I'm sure I'm wrong. But Samuel actually heard the voice of God, and God tells him all these different things about how he's going to go and do these big things, be a prophet, and God's going to use him. It's really cool. And one thing that we see throughout Samuel's life, there's actually 2 big books of the Bible called 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel. So we see a lot of his life is he saw a lot of things that were really difficult. God put him in some difficult situations. And even as a young kid, we see Samuel obeying his leaders, following God, and he's able to grow instead of make excuses. I want to share a verse from you. It's in the New Testament. It's James 4:17. It's sin to know what you ought to do and not do it. Like when you know what you're supposed to do and you don't do it, that's sin. And we want to get rid of sin because sin hurts us and sin hurts other people. And it's really hard to get rid of sin. So what are we going to do when things get difficult? When it is difficult to get rid of sin, are we going to make an excuse or are we going to grow? Are you going to make an excuse? Be like, it's not so bad. You know what? Everybody else is doing it. Or are you going to grow? Samuel chose to grow, to work hard, to grow. You can make that same choice. The point today is no more excuses. It's time to grow up.